Welcome back to Case Closed. I'm Charlie Langton. Now, let's hear the case of Gone with the Wind.
Whenever you're ready, Ms. Richardson, you can begin. This is your case.
Okay, I contracted Mr. John well, let me start back. In October of last year, my house was damaged in the windstorm.
Okay?
It destroyed my awning, it tore the gutters off the front of my house, the side, and destroyed the gutters on the
We had bad
garage.
windstorms then, I remember that.
And I contacted my insurance company, State Farm. They sent me a settlement for $2,300.
Okay.
I contracted Mr. John and asked him if he had the ability to remove this awning, replace the gutters, and repair any damage that was done, because my house is aluminum.
Now, was he to replace one awning and replace all the gutters?
The gutters on the house,
All of
on the
them?
side of the house, and it tore off the gutters on the garage.
But I mean, was he going to give you new gutters?
Yes,
Okay. And one new awning?
which was 31 feet long.
Okay. Do you have a contract or anything like this?
I have everything here.
Okay, why don't
for
you give me that contract if you have? All right. That's a
It's the pictures before and after.
great idea. Okay, go ahead, Ms. Richardson, you can continue.
Well, Mr. John came to my home in December. He told me he could start this work in January. I gave him a check in fact, he took me to my bank with the check for the $2,300. But I was putting it in on the 23rd. They told me that check would not clear the bank until the next Thursday or Friday, because it was an insurance company check. Mr. John at that time wanted the check for a $700 deposit, which I gave to him. He knew at that time that check would not clear until the next Thursday or Friday. But obviously, that Monday or Tuesday, they took that check to the bank, which caused me to get a insufficient funds charge. He called me about the check and said the check had made some of his wife's checks bounce. He came to my house. I gave him $1,100 cash, $50 in a check, plus also $240 cash to put in a stainless steel sink.
A sink?
This was something else I contracted him with, and a faucet. He was going to start that right away.
All right.
Well, every month, you'll see in that contract, the work was changed. It would be started in January. And from January to now, he would give me a date he was coming. I would have someone at my house. He wouldn't show up. I'd call him the next day. He would have a cold. He'd give me a date for the next week. I'd be there and stay all day. He wouldn't show up. I've been retired since January the 31st. I've had numerous times he was going to come. He didn't show up. Or if he came, one time I had my granddaughter stay, he said he would be there to do the work. He showed up, and he told my granddaughter he had a previous engagement that he couldn't get out of. So from December till now, I have not had any service. I paid someone to put gutters up at the front of the house, a company. I got a relative to put the other gutter up. I went to the salvage yard. I tried to find someone to take that awning down, but it was so large, no one wanted to deal with it because it may tear up my house. I went to the scrap yard up on Mount Elliott and 6 Mile, spoke to the gentleman there. He said when one of his reliable people come in, they could do this, he would send them. You'll see a note in there from the guy. He came to my house and took the awning off my house because the awning was in such a condition that every time a wind came, it flapped up and down.
This is like a canvas awning?
No, it was aluminum.
Oh, aluminum?
31-foot aluminum awning.
Okay.
So it was a dangerous awning that could have got airborne, and from the pictures, you'll see all the railings were bent up under it. It wasn't attached to anything. It was just hanging on the house.
This envelope is sealed.
I bought railings. I went and bought railings to go on the porch. So I put the bill in there for that. That's why it's sealed, so it wouldn't get lost.
I can open that?
Yes.
Okay. I can open up this sealed package.
Those are
Looks like-
pictures,
I can
yeah.
look at that?
Everything.
Okay, I just don't want to open
Yeah,
up something
everything,
that's
all of
sealed.
them for you is the before and after pictures.
All
The
right.
ones today are the, what it looks like now, since I've had people come and do the work.
Now, you paid him, did you pay him a total of the $2,300?
No, I gave him, he wanted half up front because he was going to go get the gutters, and he was going to start with the gutters. He was going to order the awnings, and he told me he had ordered the gutters, but he never came back and did any of it.
How much did you pay him?
I gave him, was it $1,100? I've got a written note in there. I had him sign for it. For some reason, I told my granddaughter, write a note, and I need to have him sign for it because I just felt I was going to have a problem. It's a piece of, paper in there.
It says here there's something here. I, Gloria Richardson, gave Walter John of Walters Remodeling a payment of $1,100 cash, $50 check.
That's
11
excluding the $240 for the sink. It's not included on there.
Okay, so then you paid him $1,150 plus $240 for the sink.
Right.
$1,390, right? Altogether? Is that a yes?
Yes,
And that's what you're suing for?
yes.
Okay, now, did he do any work for you?
No,
None.
none. You'll see I've got a receipt from someone I had put an awning. My relative didn't charge me. Lucky for me, the guy that he sent down there to take the awning, he didn't charge me anything. He said because the awning was worth a lot of money. So he took the awning off the house for me.
So you have the awning gone. Is there a
Yes,
new
you
one?
can see the pictures before and after.
Is there a
And
new one up there or not?
Right, and it's a note up there from a gentleman who took the awning down for me.
Okay, I don't see the note. It's probably
It's a
here
letter.
somewhere. A letter. But
a
do
long
you have a
sheet of
new
paper.
awning there now or not?
I don't have anything because my insurance company told me to, he even called to talk to my insurance company, so they were under the impression he was gonna do the work. I have replacement costs. So what I was supposed to do, when I got through with all the work, whatever was left, get the awning up there. And whatever the difference was, State Farm would pay it. But I don't have the money to even start, to do that.
Do you have new gutters up or partial new gutters?
I had someone put gutters up. My relatives put up one side. You'll see I've got a statement from a gentleman that came out and did the side of the house, and he did a piece and a downspout in the front.
Okay. But you're suing today for the money you paid Mr. John?
Right.
Okay.
This is a great example of what you need to prove your case in small claims court. The plaintiff here had a signed receipt, pictures, and statements. Let's see if the defendant can beat this.
Mr. John, what do you have to say?
She's telling you the truth, Your Honor.
Okay. Then why do you have $1,390 of her money?
Okay, I have a check here that bounced in, from Mrs. Richardson, but that's neither here or there,
Right.
that she originally wrote. It screwed up our accounts.
Okay.
My fiance's, because she handles everything. At the time, now she stated a couple times, I made at least 9 or 10 engagements to come back out there.
Okay.
Okay, every time I would call her, one time her phone went out of service. I
Okay.
had no other phone. I went to the house, I left a note in the door. And Mrs. Richardson knows, I said, I will honor my commitment. I says, right now, my business is bad. I says, I will be happy to pay you back. I don't have the money right now, or the work. I was involved in another project where I really lost everything.
You have $1,390 of her money.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're admitting that.
Yes.
When are you going to pay her?
I'd like to pay her back. I asked her, could we work it out? And she said, yes, we could.
Why should anything be worked out? You have $1,390 of her money. You didn't do any work.
I did do some plumbing for her.
Plumbing.
Yes, in the basement.
Does that have to do with the sink?
No,
No, it
I'll
has
explain
nothing
you what
to do
happened,
with
Your
the
Honor.
sink.
I
Wait,
called him
go
one
ahead.
day and asked him, could he fix the pipe to my hot water that you connect your washer to?
Okay.
It was dripping.
Okay.
I asked him, could he fix that? He said, yeah. He said, just give me $4. I gave him $4.
Did he
That
fix it?
had nothing to do. But if he wants
Did
to
he
break...
fix it?
Yes, $4. And I gave him the $4, and he had to take a torch to it. Just put another piece on there for me to screw the washer.
That's not on this proposal anywhere, is it?
No, sir.
No. And on Monday, what happened was he did come out. He came out. My phone service was never disconnected. I even went to his house myself. I mean, I did a lot of legwork. I went there myself. His truck was there. They wouldn't answer the door. I used to work for the government myself. I wrote down his license plate number. So I went back and got in my car and sat there. No one came. I got home, was home 2 hours. He called and said they were trying to get to the door, but I left. He came to my house last week, Tuesday, Wednesday. He said he's willing to work with me. He'll start and put the sink in the next day.
It's a little late for
He
that, isn't
shows
it?
up the next day, and he says to me, because this is exactly what he said, Gloria, I have the money for the sink. Can you buy the faucets?